Today we will be creating a fully automatic self-fueling charcoal generator with smart redstone output. The items needed are all within this chest. Feel free to decorate as you see fit. Alright, let's get this build started then. Grab your materials and find a 3x3 area to construct. We're going to start with our droppers in the corner, 2 facing upwards, hopper facing into the bottom dropper with a target block next to it. On the next level, we've got a chest, a hopper facing into that chest, and a furnace on top of that hopper. Do you see? Pretty simple. Next up, hopper into the furnace, hopper on top of the furnace, and a chest on top of that hopper. So we have our input chest here. This is where your oak logs will go. We have our output chest down here. This is where all of the excess charcoal will go once we put in our redstone circuitry. Alright, for the next bit you're going to want to grab your wool and your glass. This actually doesn't have to be wool, it could be whatever junk block you want it to be. We have 2 circuits that we need to create to make this functional. The first of which is going to be to send any charcoal that is produced by this furnace back into the back of it here so that it can be used as fuel. This is accomplished very easily. Let's put down our junk block there, comparator facing into it here, redstone dust, into repeater, and then very important, this repeater, let's put it onto full delay. Alright, so now anytime a single piece of charcoal comes through this hopper, it will send a signal which will shoot it up and then into the back. Secondly, we are going to tell this when there is charcoal in this hopper that all of the rest of the charcoal is going to be deviated into our output chest. This is what makes it smart here. So let's start with block, 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 redstone comparator. So anytime we have a piece of charcoal queued up in this hopper, this system will turn on now and lock our bottom hopper. Redstone torch, redstone dust, redstone torch. I'm going to put a piece of glass up here just so this doesn't make a broken clock. Redstone dust. Alright. And that's everything. Alright, and the last thing is to actually get this thing running. We're going to go ahead and throw any logs you got into the chest up top here. Remember, this is only logs. And in your furnace here, I would recommend for the first time you light it with a block of coal. But you could use whatever you want. You could throw some bamboo in there, you could throw some sticks in there, just as long as it's enough to get a cycle of 2. Alright, you see it started a cycle now. And it'll start filling up the furnace here with charcoal. Once we get to a full stack of charcoal, obviously one piece will sit in here, and that is going to trigger our smart output. So then all the rest of the charcoal will actually flow into the output chest. Alright, and now that we have a full stack of charcoal in our furnace, one piece of charcoal will sit in the atom hopper, and all the rest of the charcoal is going to start flowing into your output chest.